Hello dear students, welcome back to our channel Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. Yes, have you started your preparations? Yes or no? If not, please start because the notification may come at any time in the first week of March. It is expected. So if not this month, it has to come in the next month. That is what the newspaper reports say. So I hope you have started your preparations. So let us as usual continue our most important, very crucial questions and very standard high quality questions for your AMA examination. Number 1. So the commonly used today, so the purpose of this video, today in this video we are going to talk about, mostly discuss about the very crucial questions, very important questions about the air conditioning systems in the automobiles. So you know that what is air conditioning system? So it will keep the inside of the car or automobile cool, okay, by taking away the heat from the chamber, whatever that is, okay. So maybe it is a car, it's a lorry or anything can be, right, your automobile. So now, so what are the main elements of this air conditioning system, etc. we are going to see, etc. So tomorrow's video we are going to have a very important topic, that is steering control. So steering is a very important aspect, okay, of any automobile, okay. So tomorrow we are going to see about that steering control, right. Let us start and let us complete the air conditioning of the automobiles in today's video. First question: the commonly used refrigerant for air conditioning of cars is Freon 12. So they are this high molecular weight, okay, carbon and hydrogen atoms are there. So that is called Freon 12. So Freon 22, free NH3 is ammonia, carbon dioxide. So most commonly used refrigerant for air conditioning of cars is the Freon 12. Right. A condenser used with the air conditioning of automobiles is basically A or an. Is it a heat generator, or is it heat annihilator, or is it a heat exchanger, or is it a power generator? So condenser, you know that they are also used in thermal power plants also. So basically a condenser is a heat exchanger. Only the heat annihilator and power generator are given to only confuse you. Either it should be between heat generator or heat exchanger. So definitely it is not a heat generator. So heat exchanger. So one fluid loses the heat, other fluid gains the heat in a condenser. So that's why it is a heat exchanger. A condenser is a heat exchanger. Next question: in the air conditioning process for cars, the refrigerant after being collected in a receiver passes to, normally in simple vapor compression refrigerant system, which is used in the industrial purposes. So what is the flow? Compressor, condenser, then your expansion valve, and then your evaporator. But here little bit different. So there are two more elements are added. So they are nothing but your receiver and dehydrator, okay. So after passing through the condenser, it will pass through the receiver where it is collected, the refrigerant is collected, and then whatever the, for example, if it is passing through a heat exchanger like condenser, let us say water is circulating. If there are some, by chance, when water molecules are, okay, creeping in, they can be removed in the dehydrator. So we will discuss about more about that. So in the air conditioning process for cars, automobiles, the refrigerant after being collected in a receiver passes to dehydrator. So the purpose of this is to remove the water particles by chance entered. So that is your A, dehydrator is the answer. Next question: identify the correct path of refrigerant flow in air conditioning of automobile systems. Condenser C, dehydrator D, receiver R, and expansion valve E. So the flow is, as I said just now, it is condenser, then receiver, then dehydrator, and then expansion valve. So between the condenser and expansion valve, compared to simple vapor compression system, there are two more elements added, that they are nothing but your receiver and dehydrator. First compressor, then condenser, then it goes to receiver, then dehydrator, and then finally expansion valve, and then finally evaporator, where the actually the cooling effect is going to take place. So your answer is C. Right. Next question: the object of air conditioning a car is to control there in the. So what are the parameters they are going to be controlled in case of air conditioning of a car or automobile? So what are the parameters? Is it humidity and temperature, or is it temperature and pressure, or is it pressure and humidity, or is it temperature, pressure and humidity all? So actually the main purpose is to that means to cool down, that means to bring down the temperature, and also to remove the water particles, that is reduce the humidity, right? So the object of air conditioning in air conditioning a car is to control the humidity and temperature. There are two types of air conditionings are there, that is, one is the summer air conditioning and winter air conditioning. So there is a lot of difference between air cooling and air conditioning. In the air cooling, whenever you go inside the theater, for example, there is only cooling effect only, you feel cold only. But whereas in air conditioning theaters, if you go in summer, you will feel cool, and if you go in winter, you will feel warm. That is, they are the air conditioned theaters. So air cooling theaters, whether you enter in winter or summer, once you enter the theater, you will feel only cold only. Okay. So the object of air conditioning a car is to control there in the humidity and temperature. So your answer is A. Next question. The cooling effect in the car AC systems takes place in, as I told just now, so evaporator is basically the unit wherein the refrigerant takes away the heat and gets converted into vapor, and it goes to the condenser. So it is the evaporator in which the cooling effect takes place in case of car AC systems. So your answer is evaporator. Next question. The automatic temperature control in the air conditioning of cars is achieved in A. So there are two valves and there are two terms ending with R. One is the condenser receiver, then expansion valve and temperature valve. Okay. So here the automatic temperature control in the air conditioning systems of automobiles or cars is achieved in a temperature valve. Expansion valve, what happens in expansion valve? The pressure of the refrigerant comes down from the condenser pressure to the evaporator pressure. So that is the purpose of expansion valve. And receiver, just now we talked about condenser, wherein it rejects the heat to the circulating fluid because it is a heat exchanger. So the answer is temperature valve. Once again, let us mark it, temperature valve. Next question. The air entering the ventilation systems of an automobile is circulated in the vehicle due to, what are the two factors that are responsible for the circulation of the air entering the ventilation system? Okay, they are circulated in the vehicle due to what factors? Which factors? Is it A or is it B or is it C or is it D? So A says it is the ram effect of the vehicle, B says blower driven electrically, and both A and B is the C and none of A and B. So as I told, none of them is rarest of the rarest answers, but definitely, as I told you, as I was telling you in the previous video, either it should be A or B, but sometimes there may be both is also correct. Here also it is comes next. Okay, but generally in such type of bits you can choose either A or B. If both and none are given, you can choose A or B, but of course you think logically and then you can select the answer. So the air conditioning system, the air entering the ventilation system of an automobile is circulated in the vehicle due to both the ram effect of the vehicle as also the blower driven electrically, both A and B. Next question, boys. So let us say the ducts for the distribution of air in the ventilation system of automobiles are invariably made of. So is it metal or is it ceramic, is it plastic, or let us say, to confuse more, he can give the D beta instead of none, he can give composites. So unless you know the answer thoroughly, you cannot put the answer, select the correct answer. So normally plastics are chosen for this ducts. So plastic is the material used for the ducts for the distribution of air in the ventilation systems of automobiles. They are invariably made of plastic. So your answer is C. The last question for today, boys. So before we conclude, I request you once again. So if you have not subscribed my channels, please subscribe, like, comment and share among your groups and contacts. Please watch my playlist. I have given number of videos for your all competitive examinations, maybe it GATE, AMV or even TSPSC, APPSC, municipal examination, which is going to again for the notification for which also is to be announced very sooner or later. Definitely, because from the March onwards we can expect the notifications. So if you have not started preparations, at least start your preparations now. You need minimum 3 months of time for cracking any examination. Okay, you need at least 2 months of preparation or 2.5 months preparation, 15 minutes easily for your for the revision of your entire subject. Next question, for the last question today, boys. The most commonly used heating systems in automobiles is it petrol heater type, or is it hot air type, or is it hot water ion heater type, or is it none of these? So here the most commonly used heating systems in automobiles belongs to the petrol heater type. Petrol heater type. Your answer is A. Okay, guys. So today let us stop our video here. So tomorrow we are going to see the one of the important aspects of the your automobile syllabus. So that is your steering control. What is steering? What are the important elements and how it is controlled, and what are the parameters? So this is out of probably the sections which we have discussed. This is again going to be a very important section. Steering control, you can expect very good number of bits from the steering control, because lot of terminology involved in this particular chapter. Okay, so let us discuss that tomorrow. Once again, wish you all the best and good luck.